versus church. Joshua never said he would build his church. He said he would build his Ekklesia.
The written word of God is without error. This is true for the original word. Ancient pictographic characters are the precursor to all later Hebrew alphabets, Ancient Hebrew and Paleo Hebrew. The Hebrews spoke Aramaic, as did Yeshua, Jesus. The Greek copies are all translations from the original Hebrew Aramaic.
Lost in translation. Translation is dependent on perception when choosing a word to replace one language with another. The word priest could turn into please, or please turn into bees, or bees turn into peace. Lost in translation is like the old-fashioned telephone game we used to play when we were children. Concrete thought. Concrete thought expresses concepts and ideas in ways that can be seen, touched, smelled, tasted, or heard. All 5 of these senses are used when speaking, hearing, writing, and reading the Hebrew language. In Psalms 1, verse 3, it reads, "He is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither." The writer is expressing his thoughts in concrete terms such as trees, streams of water, fruit, and leaf. Much is lost when translating from Hebrew to Greek because of fundamental differences in thought.
The real Greek word for church. Classical Greek kyriaki, Lord's hours, kyriakos, belong to the Lord. Middle English church kirke, kyros, supreme power. Old English seris. Old Norse kirkja. Germanic kyriaka, yidros, ruler. Smith's Bible Dictionary points out that there is also the possible connection to the Latin circus. Abstract thought expresses concepts and ideas that cannot be seen, touched, smelled, tasted, or heard. In Psalm 103, verse 8, it reads, "The Lord is compassionate and gracious, slow to anger, abounding in love." The words compassion, grace, anger, and love are abstract words that cannot be experienced by the senses. This forces a question. Why are there abstract words in a passage of concrete thinking Hebrews? This is a Hebrew word for a nose or nostrils, when written in the plural form naphim, but can also mean anger. Samuel 20, verse 34 is, "And Jonathan rose from the table with a burning nose," where the phrase burning nose means a fierce anger. Ekklesia encourages communication and offers more input with comprehending translations. It's a cooperative atmosphere that amplifies learning and comprehension. Ekklesia, assembly, gathering, congregation, and company. The top-down structure of church was created to keep the pagans under control physically, as well as to regulate what was used to teach within the walls or buildings of a church. Church, building, Lord's hours, supreme power, ruler, and circus.
1300 BC, Aramaic manuscripts. The Old Testament was originally written in Hebrew and Aramaic. It was later translated into Greek. The New Testament was written in Greek. Tradition states that the Greek pharaoh of Egypt, Ptolemy II Philadelphus, sent 72 Jewish translators from Jerusalem to Alexandria, 6 each from the 12 tribes, to translate the Tanakh. the Hebrew Old Testament from Biblical Hebrew into Koine Greek for his own library. 753 BC to 476 AD, the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire. In 312, before the Battle of Milvian Bridge, Emperor Constantine had a vision of the Chi Rho, a Greek monogram for the first two letters of Christ, with the assurance that he would win under this banner. In 313, Constantine issued the Edict of Milan, which decriminalized Christian worship. In 384, Pope Damasus commissioned St. Jerome to revise Old Latin translations of the Bible. His original translation was used for the official Latin version of the Holy Bible for the Catholic Church.
325 AD, Constantine. When we consider the vast differences between the mainstream Christianity of today and the original Christianity of Jesus Christ and the apostles, we can trace much of that change to Constantine and the religious system he put into power. It was Constantine who first made a law for the proper observation of Sunday, and who appointed that it should be regularly celebrated throughout the Roman Empire. 500 to 1500 AD, the Dark Ages. The Dark Ages. The Dark Ages in Europe was a result of the weakening of the Roman Empire after the Goth, Vandal, and the Hun invasions. The Roman Catholic churches became powerful, having the power to tax and punish for disobedience. The Pope anointed emperors, sent out missionaries, and served as intermediary between men and women and God. Most people were not literate, and the Masses was held in Latin. 622 AD, Islamic religion began. Mahometan comes out of the Dark Ages. During this time, the Catholic Church had complete control of the political religious structure in Europe, with severe penalties for anyone who strayed from their rules. Some people believe there is a correlation between the development of Islam and the Jesuits because of the level of control of the Catholic Church during this time.